Contribution to London's cultural excellence. Sponsored by Radisson Blu Edwardian, London, as voted by readers of City Metric. Nominees: Blood-Swept Lands and Seas of Red at the Tower of London. In the words of London Mayor Boris Johnson, the 888,246 ceramic poppies planted in the moat of the Tower of London were both a unique and poignant focus of remembrance, marking 100 years since the start of the First World War, and a global visitor attraction. The poppies, one for each British and colonial fatality during the First World War, were planted by a team of over 19,000 volunteers from across the UK and were estimated to have been seen by 4 million people. Nicholas Hytner, Artistic Director, the National Theatre. Hytner is set to bow out after just over a decade in charge of the South Bank institution. He is credited with turning the UK's largest subsidised theatre into a multimedia entertainment company. A combination of cinema screenings and cheap tickets has expanded its audience, and productions such as Warhorse and One Man, Two Governors became global hits. Hytner has also emerged as a leading spokesperson for the arts, especially around funding. The Imperial War Museum. The Imperial War Museum London reopened this summer after a £40 million transformation, with new displays to mark the centenary of World War I. The museum, which is dedicated to every conflict in which the British have been involved, spanning from 1914 to the present conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, has seen visitor numbers surge since the museum reopened its doors, jumping from 3,000 visitors a day to 8,000, double the museum staff's expectations. The Invictus Games. The inaugural Invictus Games saw 413 competitors from 13 nations compete for gold in 9 sports. The Games, which were established by the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry, along with the Ministry of Defence, used the power of sport to inspire recovery, support rehabilitation, while again highlighting London's ability to host extraordinary events. Some 79,000 spectators attended the Games, their opening ceremony and closing concert, and more than 10 million viewers watched the Games for at least 15 minutes on the BBC. Natalie Massenet, Chairman of the British Fashion Council (BFC). Natalie Massenet has been credited with bringing fashion to the world's keyboards and has helped put London Fashion Week at the cutting edge of not just fashion, but also technology. She is seen as a key part of the efforts to bring a business-like approach to British fashion, and since she undertook her BFC role, brands such as Manolo Blahnik and Smythson have joined the schedule. The Totally Thames Festival. Totally Thames was heralded as an exemplar of the river's remarkable revival since the docks closed in the 70s. The month-long festival featured arts, music and community festivals, colourful regattas, thrilling river races, foreshore archaeology, exploration, environmental and educational activities, as well as river-linked activities in London's 17 riverside boroughs. It was enjoyed by over 2.7 million people who attended over 170 river-related events throughout the month of September.